Hi, this is Dan Wiebers, Chillicothe R2 School District Superintendent. I'd like to spend a few moments with you to discuss the upcoming Chillicothe R2 levy request. This presentation has factual information concerning the district's request for an increase to the Fund 1 Incidental Fund. In addition, I'll explain why the Chillicothe R2 Board of Education is requesting this investment at this time. I'd like to remind everyone watching this video that election date is on Tuesday, April 7th. This slide shows the ballot language which will appear on the ballot on April 7th. What the district is requesting is an additional 68 cents to be added to the operational fund or the Fund 1 account. In addition, in 2023, there is 12 cents that is currently being collected in the Fund 4 account, which will then expire in 2023. Those funds will then be collected in the Fund 1 or operational account. If approved, the district would generate approximately $935,000 in additional revenue. Currently, the Chillicothe R2 School District collects $22,238,217 in revenue. Those additional $935,000 would equate to about a 4.2% increase in revenues for the district. These additional funds would be used to allow the district to recruit and keep the best instructional and support staff to serve the needs of our students. Currently, the total adjusted tax rate for the Chillicothe R2 School District is $4.71 per $100 assessed valuation. That includes $3.63 in the incidental fund, 96 cents in the debt service fund, and an additional 12 cents in the capital projects fund. With the approval of the levy would increase to $5.39 per $100 assessed valuation. Then would look like $4.43 in the incidental fund and 96 cents in the debt service fund. This slide shows a comparison with the Chillicothe R2 School District and other districts in our area with similar size and similar geographical area. As you can see on the far right-hand side, our current rate in the Chillicothe R2 School District of $4.71 is below many of the districts in our area. In addition, many of the smaller districts in our county and our region have operating levels that are much higher than the Chillicothe R2 School District. As you can see in this chart, the Chillicothe R2 School District currently collects $3.63 for the Fund 1 account. As you can see, many of the districts in our area have a much higher levy in those operating funds. When I make my presentation, I often receive questions including, what will this cost me and what will this cost my family? I've put together this chart to show you how to figure what this cost will be for your family. If you imagine that you have a home valued at $100,000 in the Chillicothe R2 School District, you are not assessed at that rate. That $100,000 has to be multiplied by the assessment ratio, which is 19%. So 19% times $100,000 equals $19,000. Then what you do is you divide that by 100 since it's per $100 assessed valuation. So if you take 19,000, divide it by 100, and then multiply it by the proposed annual levy of 68 cents, you will see that your home valued at $100,000 will cost $129.20 per year, or per month, $10.77. This slide shows the same that the previous slide showed, except it includes farmland. Farmland is assessed at a different ratio. So imagine, let's look at the third line down, you have a farm valued at $500,000. The assessment ratio is 12%. So $500,000 times 12% equals $60,000. Again, divide that by 100 and multiply it by 68 cents, and you will see that your $500,000 in farmland will cost an additional $408 per year or $34 per month. So why is the district making the request at this time? Well, the district had about $15 million in Fund 1 and Fund 2 expenditures during the 2001-2002 school year, approximately 20 years ago. In 2018-2019, the district had $20 million in expenditures. That's approximately a 32.27% increase in expenditures. But during that same exact time period, our revenues only increased from $15 million to $19 million, which is a 28.18% increase in revenues. If you look at it through inflation, the value of those expenditures back there in 2001-2002 of $15,391,000 would equate to about $23,453,000 in the 2019-2020 school year, which is a shortfall of approximately $3 million less than our current expenditures. The district is currently requesting this levy increase to generate roughly $935,000 to close this gap. I've made this presentation several times, and often when I make my presentation, I receive the question, what has the district done to increase the amount of revenues or decrease the amount of expenditures over the past couple years? Well, this slide does explain some of those things the district has done. The first is in the area of transportation. The district is running 3 fewer bus routes than it has in the past. When we do this, what happens is we have more kids riding our buses, then our bus fleet starts to age quicker than it should have. But we are saving additional funds by running those fewer bus routes. For the first time, also, the district has requested state adequacy target formula funds for our pre-K students. The law changed 2 years ago, and now we're able to collect some funds, and this year should equal roughly $30,000 to $40,000 in additional revenue for our school district. We are also replacing our old district office, which was on the south side of town, and we'll be building a new facility near the high school on the north end of town. I do receive a lot of questions about the district office construction project, and I'd like to remind everybody that these are funds that are coming from an insurance settlement to build this new building. When the building flooded last spring, we were given the option to either rebuild the building we were currently in on the south side of town or construct a new facility. The district decided to construct that new facility, and the only cost the district will have will be the additional $1,000 deductible that will need to be paid. The sale of Central and Garrison schools are also beneficial to our budgets of the school district. Central School, we estimated, would cost roughly $300,000 to demolish, which would be additional expense for our school district. But instead, we sold that property, and now will be apartments in that property in the upcoming months for a profit for the school district in the amount of $31,000. Finally, the last bullet on this slide talks about building supplies budgets, which were cut by 10% for this very school year. So we have 10% fewer funds for supplies for our buildings, but with that, we also have 30 to 40 more students walking our halls and sitting in our classes in our buildings. So it's important to know we have more students this school year than we did the previous year, yet we're getting it done with fewer supplies budgets. The district wants to address teacher salaries and non-certified salaries, and this slide gives you an idea of where our teachers compare with teachers across the state of Missouri. Back in 2018, the average teacher in the state of Missouri made $49,302, while the average teacher in the Chillicothe R2 school district made $46,841. Same thing goes with our average administrator salary. In Missouri, that amount was $92,378, while in Chillicothe, it was $88,399. With that said, teachers with master's degree or higher is much different. Our teachers in the Chillicothe R2 school district have a 66.5% level of having a master's degree or higher, which is much above the state level. And also, we have more experience as teachers in our school district. The Chillicothe R2 school district has 15.2 years average years of experience, while the average teacher in the state of Missouri has 12.4 years. Meanwhile, we have more experience and more degrees, but we're making less than the average teacher in the state of Missouri. This slide shows the levy history for the Chillicothe R2 school district. It's been 28 years, or 1992, the last time the district asked for an operating levy increased, and that was in the amount of 36 cents. In addition, the district has asked for bond issues in 2002 and 2016 to purchase new buildings in our district, including Chillicothe Elementary School. So why do we need to close the gap? Imagine that your school district is your home. Currently, the district is spending money out of its savings account or our district reserves to pay for our operational costs. This works great until our reserves are depleted. Then the only option is to cut expenditures, which means fewer teachers, larger class sizes, and reduction in student achievement. If you have any questions about the upcoming levy, please reach out to me here at the district office. You can call me at 660-646-4566, or you can email me at dweepers@chillicotheschools.org. You can ask myself or any of the R2 Board of Education members questions about the upcoming levy. And please don't forget that Election Day is on April 7th.